matric pupil has come up with a unique way to highlight the violence against women plaguing the country. Thomas Hugo is directing an abridged version of Shakespeare's Othello with a female playing Othello and a male Desdemona. Thomas, who goes to Wynberg Boys High in Cape Town, joins us now. Thomas Hugo, it sounds fascinating. Tell us why you took this avenue.
Good morning, Jane. Thank you so much for having me on the show this morning. The casting process to cast Desdemona as a male and Othello as a female really stems from the Wynberg Boys Acting Association's philosophy of not having any gender boundaries. We've always been open to allowing any actor from both Wynberg Boys High School and Wynberg Girls High School play any gender role that they audition for. And so the decision comes down to the fact that the best person who auditioned for the part got the part. And the decision around gender-based violence really plays out in the show, with Desdemona being a boy and Othello being a girl, as it shows a unique power dynamic on stage.
I was going to ask you, does it work? And does it get the message home that you're trying to drive? I mean, I know you're also using this to shift the focus onto gender-based violence.
Yes, it really does provide a unique theatre experience, because our Othello is a 14-year-old girl from Wynberg Girls High School, and our Desdemona is a 17-year-old boy from Wynberg Boys High School. And that swap in power really drives home the climactic scenes of the play when gender-based violence is concerned. There are a few scenes with that, and the actors really portray these scenes incredibly well on stage. They're incredibly talented, and they really drive home that unique power dynamic in the play and the core message of gender-based violence in Othello.
How good was it to get back on stage?
It was absolutely phenomenal to get back on stage. The last show I did was coincidentally another Shakespeare Schools Festival piece back in March last year. And so it's been nearly a year and a half without any form of drama, without any acting, and to get back on stage has just been absolutely phenomenal.
And I gather that the actors get very involved, and they're not just acting on stage, but they get involved with the sets and all the other little bits and pieces that need to be looked after.
Definitely. My cast is very hands-on. So I am the director, and I also program the sound and lighting along with other members of the sound and lighting crew. But my cast really get involved in terms of costumes, in terms of props. I do give them a little bit of free rein with acting as well. They can bring their own interpretation of the script into it, as long as we keep within our themes of the show.
And Othello, it's a powerful play. Why did you choose it? What was it that stood out for you?
So I myself am a gender-based violence activist, and Othello really incorporates so many social injustices into its narrative. It's a really well-versed play, full of action, full of surprises everywhere throughout the play, and I find it's very relevant and very modern in today's society, coupled with the fact that we do this as a matric set work book for our final exams. It really just fitted with our current time.
Oh, I'm sure you'll wing it then, wouldn't it? Because, I mean, you really got to get into the narrative there. Tell us a little bit more about the Shakespeare Schools Festival, South Africa.
So, funny enough, the Shakespeare Schools Festival South Africa began in 2010. Ms. Villanova Bruton started it, but she was a teacher at Wynberg Boys High School, and she founded the Wynberg Boys Acting Association, which I'm now head of. And the Wynberg Boys Acting Association was the pilot project for the entire Shakespeare Schools Festival back in 2009. And so it is now the 11th run of the Shakespeare Schools Festival, and Wynberg Boys has participated in every single show since 2010.
All right, so how do people see you? How do they get involved? What must they do?
So we are performing tonight and Friday night at the Artscape Theatre Centre. Tickets are 50 Rand at CompuTicket, and the doors for the show open at 6:30 for 7 o'clock. Please come and watch.
Hugo, I wish you break a leg and all of that. Very good to talk to you, Thomas Hugo, Director of Othello.